1 second, I'm just getting warmed up a little bit. Josia vient côté mon Josia. Ça qui marche avec, loi qui sous bon moment, sous bon papa, tous les ancêtres qui marchent avec, toute loi sous bon moment, toute loi sous bon papa. Après le Josia pour aider avec Leson ça, il y a une dame qui vient côté là, baiser nos yeux pour moi ça pour nous mettre dans nos oreilles pour entendre ça nous attendez. M'bal faire Leson là, maintenant de Josia pour nous bon guide pour Leson ça. Ma bonne amie, je dis, vous mettez parole dans la bouche. Encore, si ça nous dit, fais-moi tendre pour me cabaye dans ça. On bon leçon, je dis. Ça nous est dans les yeux, mettez dans les yeux, pas. One second. If anything, mademoiselle, this lady here, I'm going to tell you from what I sense, the first thing I got from when I looked at this was I got a sharp energy, The energy is very sharp. You know, that's the first thing that came to me. Now, I definitely see there is love between you and the guy that you're seeing. But as far as what I get from this situation, it's a little complicated. It's a little complicated because there's a lot of people, and tell you the truth, I would be careful if I were you. Because I see that you're in the midst of people that are silent. And when people are silent, it's never good. Things may look okay because people are not saying anything, but people know more than what they're showing. There's a lot of people that are quiet right now, but they're not saying what they know. There's a lot of things going on here, and I feel like there's a lot of things working behind the scene. And this is the thing that kind of makes things difficult when a person is seeing things, because it's understanding the energy pattern that they're viewing. The energy pattern right now, it doesn't really identify itself, but it is very sharp, and it seems like it is, how can I say this? We say complot in Creole, but it's the way I can say it appears to be something manipulative around you, where people are doing funny. It does not seem natural. What I feel around you, I feel like things are artificial. Now, in one way, if I'm talking carnal or earthly, it could be a person doing underhanded shit around you or affecting people around you, or it could be the person talking and is manifesting as an energy that is causing problems in a sense, but it doesn't attach itself to the lady, but it's something that I'm picking up that is working through different people or different scenarios, but it's almost like you can never point the finger back at her. But what the underlining factor is that it's all connecting to her. It could be manipulation through people. It could be a manipulation through events, but these things are related to her. You know, the energy pattern, this is kind of difficult for us to explain as spiritualists. It's like we see a pattern, but it's our way as human beings try to explain this, because we're seeing transcendental things that do not have any form, and we're just trying to put it into words so that you can understand. Now, again, I feel like it's almost like people, you got to be careful about people around you, because this lady has spies. She has people around you watching. But then again, that's on an earthly sense. But this, now if we take the spiritual and elevate it, we can probably see she may, if we're looking now, if I take this a little bit higher from earthly explanation and look at it from spirit, I would say that she probably has eyes looking at you. And I don't know if she's into readings or not. But all I can see is that she knows what you're doing. You know, she knows a lot about you that you're probably not even aware about. You know, but then again, I see on the end of people trying to tell people things. But I don't know if it's him or people trying to tell him or if he's aware of it. But I feel like there's different people, and I feel like on his end, there may be people concerned for him. Whatsoever, and this is what I'm seeing here. There's definitely, I feel like someone's probably, like, there's people probably concerned for him. One second, because there's more things coming. I see a car. This could be a razor blade. I don't know if it's a car accident or because I just keep on getting something sharp. You know what I'm saying? But I would say this. I would be careful in the near future if I was driving. If I'm going to be driving or if I'm going to be in a vehicle, I would be careful. I definitely would be careful, because if this is not happening now, then I would say pay attention to the near future. If you're driving, be careful. Check your car out. Because I don't know, because it could be a stabbing of the tire wheel, because some women like to stab shit, or it could be something like that. But I definitely get something sharp and I would definitely say be careful with that. Be careful with the car situation, because I definitely feel like the things that are surrounding you guys, there's a lot of things that you're not aware of that's passing your mind. There's things happening, but there's a lot passing your mind. Like you're very oblivious. There's a lot of things that you're oblivious to, but I'm just trying to look back and see if this is her doing, because I definitely see. But then again, it's almost like crawling back to me. Crawl back to me. That's what I get. Crawl back to me. It's like a level of control, a level of manipulation that she may have over dude, where it's like, you got to come back to me, crawl back to me. And that's the energy that I'm seeing. Now, on an earthly level, it can be, if it's in the earthly sense, it can be that she's using things over him, or basically like blackmailing him or extorting him whatsoever. This is what I'm seeing. It's like a form of manipulation, But now, if a person's not wise, they could probably take it and say that it is something spiritual. But spiritual, physical, there's an underlying energy pattern that is there that shows that she's manipulating the situation, So earthly sense, she's manipulating in that sense. But then again, it's not that, because it's not only that, because it's partially that, and then partially things around him. This world is shaped in a sense where he's constantly on his toes, constantly in fear, living in fear. This is what I get, constantly in fear, monitoring, almost like a child. I got to run back here. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do this. Oh my God. What type of woman is this? This chick reminds me of Ursula from Little Mermaid. That's how wicked this lady is. She's very wicked. Now, on the same token, like, you will not rest in peace. Like, she is very bitter. It's to the point where anything you do, I'm going to fuck that shit up. That's what it is. I'm going to fuck that shit up. If you hear, good, you're fine. But anything you try to do, I'm going to fuck that shit up. So you know what you have to do? Leave no stones unturned, ma'am. I'm going to repeat it again. Leave no stones unturned. And if you can read between the lines of what I'm saying, then that's what it is, But now, as far as this concerned, like, I just feel like it's a sad love story. It's a sad love story because it's two people that genuinely love each other, but there's something there that's preventing that from happening. Yeah, he may not be perfect in all of that, but I can definitely feel the warmth of love there. I definitely can feel it. He may not be the best person in the world, but I can feel the love there. But it's a tragic story that I feel that has the potential to be fucked up, and it can become this. I'm not trying to push it being bloody, but that's a possibility. You know, that's a possibility. Things can get real nasty. And if you have in mind of doing something, I'm just saying, this shit can get real nasty. You know, it can get real nasty. And this is what I'm feeling. If this is the motion, if this is what's moving with this situation here, I'm going to say this. This shit is not going to look good. If you intervene into this and you know what I'm saying, whomever, I'm just going to say this shit about to get real. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like war that's about to transpire. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of basically like war that's about to transpire. And it's like and this is a war between two people. It's two people that's warring with one another. You know, it's warring with one another. But in the same token, I'm going to say this. And if this war continues, somebody's going to go down. You know, somebody's going to go down. And this is what the outcome is possibly going to be. The outcome is going to be shit going to get so fucked up over there that person's going to have to be like, you know what? I can't be there. I can't be there. Like somebody's going to end up getting fucked up. Somebody's going to end up in a hospital. Yep. That's what I'm saying. The way this is going and how it appears, somebody's going to end up in a hospital. Yeah. So, you know how, I'm not going to say anything else. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm back again.
You're fine.
Yeah, so I was saying, like in the vision, I was talking about. I said I felt something sharp, and that right, and it led me into me talking about the car. You know, like I said, be careful about a car. So explain that situation to me, because now I'm putting the piece together. So yeah, like one thing about me, I'll say this. One thing I'd say about me is that I can pick up things when they talk to me. They just show me things. They show me things. So it can be in the past or it can be in the future. So explain that, because I was thinking when I was in the spirit that it was something in the future. But what happened?
So I was standing outside. I was getting ready to come to the beach. It was like 1 o'clock at night. He had just left the house, and now we weren't living together at the time. And myself and my best friend were standing outside in front of my truck. And a car rolled by the house. And I said, that looks like Keisha. And my best friend was like, she don't know where you stand. I said, that's that car. And so I walked to the end of the driveway. And sure as I don't know what, the car came back up and slowed down. And she let down the passenger side window and was like, I told you I was going to find you, bitch. I said, well, you're 5 minutes too late because he just left.
Hold on. Pause. So there it goes. When I told you that I think she has eyes on you, or she's, like I said, I was confused. I was like, I don't know if it's spirit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I was saying, I don't know if it's spiritual. I would say that she has eyes on you. I was saying it could be spies or she has eyes on you, whatsoever. So now the time frame I'm putting together is that's the past. So how did she find you before?
A friend. At that time, it was a mutual.
Okay. Yeah, so now, because the thing is, let me tell you, the difference between me and a lot of American workers is that they're using cards. I'm not using any cards. It's the spirit telling me things and showing me things, you know, so as I'm seeing all these things, it's like visions, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to put the pieces together. I don't know when these things happen. They just come to me like, fa. Oh, so that's what it was. So therefore, in the past, she had that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he and I purchased a home together. And they made a mistake. The school and sent their son, a report card. when the report card came to her, it had my address on it.
Oh, well.
The guy that said that, the guy that I went to for spiritual work said at the time that was the spirits that was doing that to show her that we had bought a house.
Oh, well, nah, man, no. This is the bullshit I'm talking about. See, now I put the pieces together. This is the bullshit. See, well, you know what? What did he say? The spiritual stuff?
Because it was little things that was happening, like, how does a school mess up and put my home address on her son's report card?
Right.
So the guy was like, that was part of the spirits trying to work to cause chaos between them two.
Oh, I mean that could possibly be, but that's kind of confusing to me. You know, listen, that's kind of confusing. No, it doesn't. No, I wouldn't say it's not that. That's dirty. That's a dirty job because it's not supposed to happen like that. That's not clean. You know what I'm saying? It's like there's an error somewhere along the line, and it ended up going over there. Because, like, for me, I believe in precision. I would like if I'm doing work, it wouldn't happen like that. There's no way she's gonna find out. Nah, you know, say unless there's negligence. And negligence does happen at times, and I'll say it's negligence. But for the spiritualists to say, "Oh, the spirit caused that," no.
Right.
That was negligence, you know, on someone's behalf, you know. But again, this thing here, we have to look at this thing, you know, physically, and we gotta look at it spiritually. You know, the physical side is that, okay, the way she got it, like it worked out in the way, because, you know, it worked out in the way for her to find the address. So
hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on one moment.
Well, there's a part earlier that I was talking with the client, and she's no longer with me right now. But basically, there was a part in the Leson where I said that I felt something sharp. I couldn't put my finger on it. I didn't know what it was, but I just recommended her safety with the car. Comes to find out that as I spoke to her, she actually revealed to me that there was a car situation in the past where she tried to run her adversary, or what they call a maklot, over. Now, a maklot is basically what we'd call a side chick in Haitian Creole whatsoever, you know. But basically, for me, I didn't know what it was. I just felt be careful with the vehicle. But really what it was a spirit was communicating with me, telling me that in the past there was a situation with a car where something violent happened, something with the car whatsoever. You know, I thought it was more of in his future. That was my carnal interpretation of it, but it was really something that transpired in the past, which she revealed to me. I wish I had a chance to get it recorded whatsoever, so I can actually help you guys understand how to dissect readings whatsoever, you know. But other than that, this is a part of the leçon, but I'm going to carry on with the next portion of this video.
There's no guarantee as to which way it could be clean, it could be messy.
Well, I would say there is a guarantee if you got the right person on your side. You have the right bodyguard. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. So I'm listening, sorry.
I've just seen, I don't know, I've seen someone take a dove hit, you know, bury something in the graveyard, throw something in the river. Nothing has ever worked.
A dove's head? Uh-huh, go ahead, I'm listening. Huh?
No, yeah, a dove.
Who did it? The spiritualist?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm a good person. A lot of people say they're a good person, but I'm really a good person.
Mm-hmm.
I have a great heart, you know, and I just would never do certain things to people, but I know for a fact that she's done things to me, you know.
But listen,
I'm like, if you want to be with her.
Mm-hmm. So, okay.
I mean, basically, that you would be fighting with something could happen like this between the three of us. Somebody could get possibly hurt. Whether it's a physical or a spiritual sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I say, especially being at war, you don't know which way it's gonna win and who's gonna win.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See, the thing about her, this is what I'm saying. Like right now, to be honest, I don't think she's really built like that. Her thing is more physical control. She's I feel like with her, it's all physical control. I don't see where she's in the spirit like that. So I think the era of some other spirituals in the past, they linked it to her delving into spiritual work. I'm not going to necessarily co-sign that. I'm not going to co-sign that. I will say that yes, her energy pattern shows that she's very manipulative, and some of those things, it's affecting, not only is it affecting his mind, but it's also affecting things around him, how things move, where he goes. So it's a whole scenario that situation's affecting. Whether it's through spiritual means or whether it's through a physical means. I can't show up this time. I can't do this. I can't do that. This and that. I can't, so all these things are being affected because timing, he has to be here. He has to do this. He has to do that. So we have to take consideration that factor whatsoever. And this is mainly what I'm seeing here. But I would also recommend, because of these things, timing, location, when you're dealing in the spirit sense, it's almost like you gotta take this world out of your normal concept of this world out of place, out of context. You gotta put it to the side for a bit. Because right now, with the timing, with you dealing with him, it's almost like with this situation here, it can kind of fuck you up. Because now you're dealing with him, now the pattern of your life begins to get disorganized. And it's put in a disorganized sense where you can be put in a disorganized position where you have to meet tragedy. Something bad happens because you're going down the wrong path. What has to be done is that your paths have to be aligned, because right now your paths are not aligned and you guys are not connecting correctly. So therefore, once the distraction, once the issue is extracted, I feel like the situation will be a whole lot better.
Right.
Mm-hmm.